Hey guys, it's that Dividend guy coming at you with another stock market list. So today we're going to go over why the Motley Fool believes Warren Buffett would love Airbnb stock. So when you think of the typical Airbnb investor, Warren Buffett doesn't exactly fit the profile. The Oracle of Omaha is a classic value investor, backing timeless businesses in sectors like banking and big brand consumer goods. Buffett loves stocks like Coca-Cola that have been around for ages and seem virtually bulletproof. With this high price tag and mobile first business model, Airbnb may not look like a Warren Buffett stock, but if you scratch the surface, there are a number of reasons why Berkshire Hathaway's chief would actually love the hotel disruptor. Keep reading to see the three reasons why. The brand. Remarking on Coca-Cola, Buffett once said, "If you gave me $100 billion and said to take away the soft drink leadership of Coca-Cola in the world, I'd give it back to you and say it couldn't be done." You could probably say the same thing about Airbnb. The company pioneered the home sharing industry in 2008, and its founders rented out airbeds to host visitors in a conference in San Francisco. Today, it's both a verb and a noun, synonymous with staying at someone's home. It's common to hear travelers saying, "I'm Airbnb a place down the road," for example. Although company fees, though the company faces competition, most notably from Expedia, as well, ahead of any of the wannabes in the home sharing industry, Expedia no longer breaks out results for its home sharing segment. But in 2019, Vrbo, which includes HomeAway and other home sharing brands, reported $12 billion in bookings, where Airbnb posted $38 billion. Airbnb is also growing significantly faster than its chief rival back then. Buffett loves big brand stocks and considers brands to be a valuable source of competitive advantages. There's no doubt Airbnb would pass the test with flying colors. it's going it's got a wide economic moat. The most important factor Buffett considers is the moat. Buffett believes a number of factors can create a moat, like the brand advantage, lower cost, economies of scale, and an innovative business model. Once again, Airbnb meets the bar here. In addition to its brand, the company's two-sided marketplace helps it lock in both hosts and guests through network effects. Since it can offer hosts the most potential guests and guests the most potential hosts, it figures to be the most attractive home sharing marketplace to new users. Additionally, tools like reviews and ratings help lock in users, as hosts who have built up a history of favorable reviews will be reluctant to take their business elsewhere. The marketplace model itself has also been shown to be a high margin profit generator at scale, as the successes of companies like Amazon, Etsy, and eBay demonstrates. Airbnb itself is now a powerful position of collecting commissions on transactions on the platform it's already built, meaning the hard part is behind it. As it grows, profit margins should steadily move higher. So they already have a system that works, and that's going to give them protection. The moat is a castle, right? So you're building, a company builds a castle, which is, say, the overall company of Airbnb. The moat is what's keeping competitors away, and I think that's the biggest thing, is the interface. The brand that it has is part of the moat, but also the fact that it has the biggest clientele listing already. So that's really what it is they have a brand and they have a reason to make people come onto the site. And then once they have people on the site, which they already have the most, it already showed that against Expedia, which is their biggest competitor, they also have reviews to lock in people to make sure that they stay and come back. Because if they have great reviews, then the hosts are going to get more people staying there, and they're going to recommend it to other people by word of mouth, email, whatever. It gets around. So it has the moat that Buffett looks for. And then it's even got a float. Insurance is Buffett's favorite business, mine as well, because it enables him to collect premiums before they need to be paid out in claims. Buffett refers to this cash flow as a float, and he can use that money to invest in other businesses. Airbnb generally collects money up front on bookings, which could take place months before the actual stay happens, giving the company a float of its own. It generally invests that money into short-term, high-quality bonds. This is part of Airbnb's business and is generally ignored, but it's not insignificant. The company finished 2020 with $2.2 billion in funds receivable or bookings yet to be collected, the amounts held on behalf of customers. In 2019, before the pandemic sparked the raft of cancellations, it had $3.1 billion to be held on behalf of customers. That float helped it collect $86 million in interest income that year, and that should help make Airbnb a winner as interest rates rise again. Though Buffett said he avoids tech stocks and is often portrayed as being out of touch with current trends, he personally endorsed Airbnb's business in 2015, recommending it to attendees of Berkshire shareholder meeting. In his annual letter, Buffett wrote, Airbnb services may be especially helpful to shareholders who expect to spend only a single night in Omaha, and are aware that the last year a few hotels required guests to pay for a minimum of 3 nights. Those people on a tight budget should check out the Airbnb website. While Airbnb's tag price may scare off most value investors, Berkshire's recent investments in tech companies like Apple and Amazon show that Buffett's holding company is willing to pay up for quality, especially for a company with a bright future ahead of it. He'd likely find plenty to be pleased with in Airbnb. So, guys, honestly, I agree. This seems like a really good Buffett, like a Buffett pick here, because they have the moat, they have the economic advantage, they have the scale, and they also have float. And he even recommended it to his shareholders in the Airbnb to the Berkshire meeting attendees that couldn't get a hotel booking. So this does seem like a really good Buffett idea. I'm surprised he's not in Airbnb. And yeah, the price tag is high, but I think the business model is phenomenal. So what do you guys think? Do you think we're ever going to see Airbnb be added to the Berkshire Hathaway portfolio? Personally, I don't think Buffett would be adding it at all. I think it would be either Ted or Todd, because they're the ones that have been adding a lot more of those tech-inspired companies to the Berkshire portfolio. But in the future, I could definitely see Airbnb being in Berkshire's portfolio. I just don't see Buffett being the one to add it. Let me know, guys. Do you think Airbnb is a Buffett stock? Do you think this could potentially be a Buffett holding? I mean, honestly, it's got the brand, it's got the moat, it's got the economic scale. It even has float, just a different type of it. When people book, they book in advance, and that money gets paid to the company before they even stay there. So that is a type of float. Plus, interest rates are going up, which means that the prices of each room are going to go up as well. And I know there's been a lot of regulatory issues with hotels kind of flexing on Airbnb, but I think they're going to be okay. And I do really think that this would be a phenomenal additive to the Berkshire portfolio. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Remember to hit subscribe, and when you do, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any updates. Do you guys own Airbnb? Do you think Buffett would ever own it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys with the next stock market news update. Take care.